Welcome to The Explainer. Today we're doing something a little different. Instead of diving into data or a research paper, we're actually stepping into a philosophical fairy tale. It's this incredible story about a secret garden that might just hold the code to understanding the very building blocks of our own consciousness. And our story begins exactly like you'd expect a fairy tale to. Not with cold hard facts, but with this classic, timeless opening. It's really an invitation, you know? It's asking us to step into a mystery, into a secret garden that, as we're about to see, holds this incredibly profound and elegant system for understanding ourselves.
All right, so the whole system in this story, it all comes down to 4 fundamental principles. In the fairy tale, they're imagined as these magical guardians of the garden. But here's the thing, they aren't just characters in a story. They actually represent the 4 pillars of our own consciousness.
First up, we meet truth. The story describes this guardian as shining like a transparent diamond. And what does that represent? Well, it's our power to see things just as they are, without all the filters of fear or illusion. It's really the bedrock, the foundation of any genuine understanding. Next, we have beauty. And this is so much deeper than just, what looks pretty. It's described as dancing like pure water. It's about the heart's ability to sense harmony and grace and meaning in the world. It's perception, yeah, but it's perception through the heart. Then comes goodness. This guardian's heart is said to burn like a golden fire. This isn't a passive thing. It's the active principle of unconditional compassion. It's that inner drive to do things for others without expecting anything back. It's basically love in action.
And finally, we get to the most mysterious guardian of them all, the I Am. The story calls it a solar flame, constantly changing. And what is it? It's us. It's our own individual consciousness. The fairy tale says this is the spark that can awaken the other 3 and, more importantly, get them to work together.
Okay, so we've got these 4 pillars, but they don't just stand there existing side by side. The guardians in our story soon figure out that they can combine their powers, and this leads to a pretty mind-blowing revelation.
And that revelation is this: 16. When these 4 pillars combine in pairs, they create exactly 16 unique potentials. The story has this beautiful name for them: spiritual amino acids. You can also think of them as magical seeds. They're the fundamental building blocks for our inner character, our talents, everything that makes us who we are.
And the logic here is it's so elegant. You see, a person isn't just truth or just beauty. No. Instead, you might be someone who cultivates the seed of the luminous prism. How? By combining truth with beauty. Suddenly, you have the ability to find real wisdom in beautiful things. Or what about diamond justice? That's the fusion of truth and goodness, and it creates this power to act with incredible fairness. Each one of these 16 combinations is its own unique spiritual gift.
But hold on, this fairy tale isn't some simple instruction manual. Right when we think we've got it all figured out, okay, 16 magical seeds, got it. The story throws in this fascinating twist. It adds a whole new layer of personal meaning.
So what's the catch? Well, it turns out these incredibly powerful seeds can't just be planted anywhere. Nope, they're very particular about their soil. And this is where the story introduces the 4 inner gardens. These are realms that exist inside every single one of us.
The first one is the Garden of Earth. This connects directly to our physical body and, our relationship with the material world. When you plant a seed here, it becomes tangible, solid, strong. It's how our inner qualities manifest in our actions and in physical reality. Then there's the Garden of Water. Think of this as our life force, our vitality, our health. Seeds planted in this garden are all about flow and healing and connection. This is the garden of our energetic well-being.
Our third garden is the Garden of Air. Now this is our emotional world. You could call it our astral body. The seeds planted here, they take flight. They become powerful feelings, vivid dreams, and all kinds of creative expression, like art and music. It's the garden that governs our inner weather, so to speak.
And finally, we have the Garden of Fire. This one is the very core of our being. It is our I Am. It's the realm of pure will, of conscious choice, of freedom. The seeds that really thrive here are the ones we choose to cultivate with our full, undivided awareness.
Okay, so this is where it all comes together. The grand synthesis. We've got the seeds, we've got the gardens, and they combine over the course of our lives to form this unique, personal blueprint for our spiritual development.
And this all unfolds across what the story calls the 4 seasons of the soul. It suggests that in childhood, we're mostly cultivating our garden of earth with simple, pure seeds. Then, in youth, our garden of water flourishes with more complex combinations. Adulthood is when we open up the garden of air and we start consciously cultivating seeds that involve our I am. And finally, in the season of wisdom, we tend to the garden of fire with the most self-aware and complex seeds of all. It's almost like watching our own spiritual DNA unfold step by step over a lifetime.
But just when you think, okay, I get it, I have the map to my soul, the story reveals one last beautiful mystery. And this is what makes the whole system totally infinite and alive. The characters in the fairy tale get to this point, this deep understanding, only to be hit with a new question. Is this whole system, the seeds, the gardens, the life stages, is it all just contained inside one person? Or does it connect all of us? Do these seeds actually travel between people?
And the answer, according to the fairy tale, is a resounding yes. The system is dynamic. It's interactive. The seeds are immortal. And every single time we have a meaningful connection with someone, whether it's through teaching or healing, art or love, we are literally exchanging seeds. It means we're all co-creating this massive, collective spiritual code that is constantly being written and rewritten together.
This incredible realization leads the characters in the story, and, us too, to the ultimate question. The 4 guardians pose it directly. After learning this entire cosmic blueprint, after all that, which of these foundational principles is the most important one?
In the end, the story doesn't give us a simple answer. Instead, it turns the question right back on us. It suggests that truth, beauty, goodness, and our own consciousness, maybe they're all just essential facets of the same brilliant gem. The fairy tale stops being just a story and becomes a direct invitation. The system isn't just something to be understood, it's a garden to be cultivated. You are the gardener, you are the garden, and you are the seed. So the only question that's really left is, what will you choose to grow?